So I started this book 12 weeks ago. This book is something that was recommended for me to do by a couple of people. I wanted to share some tips that helped me when I was completing The Artist's Way. So, The Artist's Way, if you haven't heard of it, brief overview, it's a 12-week course, and as it says on the cover, it is a spiritual path to higher creativity. So, for me, this book has been really, really influential. It's been really helpful, and I want to share some tips that helped me when I was doing The Artist's Way, because this is a really, really interesting journey to go on if you are trying to rediscover your creativity. If you've heard of the singer Doechii, you'll know that she did it, and now she is where she is. And I'm very, very inspired by her journey as well. If you're thinking of starting The Artist's Way, the first thing I will say is that there is no right or wrong way of doing it. When I first started doing this, I was so tempted to go online and Google what other people were doing. I wanted to check if I was doing my morning pages right. I wanted to check if I was doing the tasks right. There is no right or wrong way of doing it, because it's a very personal journey to you. So if you look at what's in the book, what tasks you're being asked to do, if you decide to skip over tasks, if you miss things in it, there's no right or wrong way of doing the course. But coming at it from a place of curiosity, which leads me on to my next point, is whilst there's no right or wrong way of doing the course, being curious and open-minded about it is super helpful, especially if you have any limitations around language that's religious language. So Julia Cameron refers to the word God quite a lot in the book, and predominantly I think there is a Christianity layer there. However, if you don't necessarily align yourself with a particular religion, or you're exploring that, what I found to be really helpful was to be open-minded about what that word meant to me, and to not get bogged down in the detail of it. Again, take what you want, leave the rest. My other tip, I would say, is to keep this journey private. Now, that's just my personal opinion, but your morning pages, she even recommends you keep your morning pages a secret. You don't share them with anyone, and I definitely recommend that. What I found to be quite interesting and helpful was actually vlogging some of it as well for myself, and to document the journey. I do think that keeping it private really allows you the space to do this without any judgment, because I think if you are a blocked artist or a recovering blocked artist, the last thing you need is loads of noise about your journey and other people's opinions about your journey. You're doing it just for you. If you want to do anything just for yourself, and it's to do with rediscovering your creativity, this is a really good guide. It's really, really helpful. I really enjoyed the structure of it. Having to do it over 12 weeks seemed really daunting at first. And that leads me on to my next tip, is to take your time. It's a 12-week course, but if you find that you need a break, take a break. It's absolutely fine. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way of doing it, in my opinion. And that's the whole point of creativity in the grand scheme of things, is that being creative, there are no rules. If you're thinking about doing The Artist's Way, I really would highly recommend it. I'm not going to pour too much into how it has helped me, but I can say with the utmost confidence that I have peeled back a lot of layers about myself. I've gotten to know myself on a much, much deeper level. It has aligned itself really beautifully in my quest to discover myself, and it's part of the reason why I'm now comfortably creating videos on YouTube and sharing thoughts and feelings about things that I'm interested in, sharing what I've learned, sharing what I'm passionate about. And I can safely say that The Artist's Way has been one of the biggest influences in that. What also has been really nice is now that I have finished The Artist's Way, I actually want to do it again. Because I feel like when I started The Artist's Way, I was very, very like closed off creatively. I was really struggling to find my creative energy, and it's knowing that there's so much safety in this book. It's a safe place. And that's what I will reiterate the most, is that when you go on this journey, be curious, be open-minded, be kind to yourself. Don't rush. Take your time. And just be really compassionate with yourself. If things come up for you, which they probably will, I mean, they came up for me, it's to be kind to yourself there rather than any kind of negativity towards what might come up for you. That's all I really wanted to say about the book. I don't want to dive into it too much because I don't want my opinions to influence anybody, deter anybody, or like plant a seed in your head of how you do this book. But I just wanted to share that I do think that if you are looking for some creative direction and you need some support there, absolutely invaluable. And also it means you get to go out and buy a really cute little notepad, which is super fun. But let me know down in the comments if you've done The Artist's Way, if you're doing The Artist's Way, and how you found it. I will say that it has been really eye-opening, and it's well worth the investment of your time to do it. So let me know down in the comments if you're doing it. I don't think I have anything else to say. The Artist's Way, I'm not going to bang on about it. It's an 11 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye!